Hello and welcome back to the Villa View for a match preview ahead of Aston Villa's game against Nottingham Forest this weekend. This video is brought to you by the OneFootball app. As always, the link is in the description below to download their app, and we'll be using it during this video to check out some of the stats ahead of the game. Nottingham Forest are a side that I've watched a fair amount over the past few weeks or so. Working in Nottingham means I get to see a lot of them play their football. And, well, let's see what they're all about. So I'm going to jump into the OneFootball app now and check out some of the stats about the side and tell you a little bit more about Nottingham Forest. So, playing Nottingham Forest tomorrow afternoon, early evening, whatever you want to say about it. And they've had a mixed start, I must say. Losing the past few games in the league, only beating Sunderland 1-0 away from home, which is a good result. But other than that, losing to Wolves last weekend, but also losing to Sheffield Wednesday and Leeds United the 2 weeks prior to that. And then beating Middlesbrough, so they've really had a mixed start to that season so far. But one of the main threats does come from the Scotsman, Barry Mackay, coming in this summer from Rangers, and he's been a real threat for them and a real handful. Another notable name that I think that many fans should pick up on is actually Deriqua, their right back at Nottingham Forest. He's been a good player for them so far this season, real good asset going down the wings, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on the right-hand side for them at right back. Other than that, they'll carry some real threats, and it's going to be an interesting game on Saturday evening. So, Aston Villa going to the game buoyed by a 3-0 victory away at Oakwell against Barnsley last weekend, with Keenan Davis finally getting that goal that he deserved and 2 goals for Albert Adoma. And a performance that you could say was convincing, and others you could say that it was just a massive relief and a weight off our shoulders to get an away win, especially on Sky, and to actually score some goals as well. We played against Middlesbrough in midweek and, well, we lost. But that performance wasn't great. Lots of changes were made by Steve Bruce, and I think fans still expected a little bit more, but for me personally, I didn't. To me, being out the cup is sort of a light relief as well, because it means we can focus more on finding our league form. But otherwise, I think the momentum that we potentially lost by losing to Middlesbrough so convincingly can be a problem in itself. But anyway, the most important thing is taking on Nottingham Forest on Saturday. I'm expecting us to hopefully go into the game buoyed with that little bit of confidence after a win, and the fact that we've hardly conceded any goals recently in the league, that's a real positive for me to take away from it. Sam Johnston's one of the best goalkeepers in the league at the moment for keeping clean sheets, and having that as a firm base is a really good starting base to build from it, and hopefully take the brakes off this Aston Villa side and create chances. I've said it multiple times before, but Jonathan Codger's going to be coming back to full fitness now, alongside Keenan Davis up front. That's a really strong front two. And against the Forest side that's leaked goals, it's leaked soft goals to say the least. Matt Mills at the back has looked shaky so far. They've got a few other shaky defenders that really have not lived up to the standards that you'd expect from a Nottingham Forest side. Joe Worrell, there's lots of names I'm probably throwing around at you, but these guys have struggled in terms of defensively as a unit at the moment, and Jordan Smith hasn't looked the most confident of a goalkeeper at the moment. He's quite young, but it'd be important to see if we can pressurise him into mistakes, because that's a real good chance for Villa to take another 3 points from a home game and push forwards with 2 back-to-back home wins for the first time in a while. It's a game that you could argue is still a must-win for Steve Bruce, though. He's going to have to set out his stall early on, and he's going to have to create an atmosphere at Villa Park with an attacking styling lineup. That's why I'm going to go for this. So in goal, we've got Sam Johnston, the back four of Al Mohammadi, James Chester, John Terry and Neil Taylor making up the back four. Robert Snodgrass on the one side with Glenn Whelan, Conor Horan and Albert Adoma. Then up front I'm going to go with Jonathan Codger and Keenan Davis. Be great to see Jonathan Codger playing back in a home shirt from the start, hopefully as well. I think it's really important to start to build up his minutes even more. He's slowly getting there. He got a certain amount of game time before Anamar came on against Barnsley, which was great. Seeing Keenan Davis score his goal as well is going to give him a bag of confidence. And now we have to sort of mould those two together, because I think there's a really good pair in there, and potentially they can cause a lot of problems for Nottingham Forest. When you've got the likes of Conor Horan as well, it means that Keenan Davis can bring these guys into the game. I really rate Keenan Davis. For a guy that's so young, his hold-up play is superb, and the vision that he's got with his eyes to pick out a pass and hold up that ball and bring other players into the game, I think it's something we haven't got with the likes of Scott Hogan, sadly, and Ross McCormack. These guys haven't got that same ability. Gabby Abonglaw, they haven't got the same ability that Keenan Davis has got. Moving further forward along that line as well, you've got Albert Adoma, who I must say, I love him. I think he's amazing for us. He's always playing with a smile on his face, and I think that's one step to having a player that's going to perform well. If you're happy, then there's more than likely you're going to perform well. It's natural. It's going to happen. Here's my star man for me, the one that Nottingham Forest needs to keep an eye on. He had more assists than anyone else last season, one of our top goal scorers last season. It's daft to say that he's not a goal threat and a real asset for us this season, and we need to be using him more on Saturday evening. Overall, I think that we've got to see us progress and play on that front foot. Nottingham Forest have had such a shaky start in terms of winning and losing games. They're up and down, up and down. We need to sort of go out there and sort of pressurise them. I think that's something we don't do enough, is high pressure. If we have high pressure against Nottingham Forest, we will win. It's as simple as that. We'll pressurise them into mistakes. They're culpable to making mistakes, and I think if we play a high pressing game, there's every chance that we'll win this game. And that's what's so important, is that high pressing football. I'm going to predict for this game that Villa are going to win 2-0. You know, I think it's going to be a tough game. I'm fully well aware of that, but I think we'll come out better this side. And I'm feeling a little bit more confident about it. Despite the midweek loss, we wiped that from the slate. That's a cup game. We ignore that. We beat Barnsley 3-0 in the end of the day last weekend. I know it wasn't the most convincing performances at the time, but we got that win. That's the thing we need to do, is build up those wins, and then the confidence will flow, and then we'll start to see that front foot football that I've talked about so much in this video. So hopefully we can get that win. Head over to the FanScore app. The code has been above already, so make sure you're in the prediction league that we've got going on. Let us know your thoughts below on what you think ahead of the game. What's going to be happening? Do you think we'll win? Who's the man we're going to watch out for in terms of Villa? Who's going to threaten Forest the most? And if you have enjoyed this video, of course, please do drop us that like. And subscribe to The Villa View. We'll post notifications on if you're new to the channel. If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another one? Click the video choices on screen now to go and watch them in full. And don't forget to subscribe. Click on our logo there on the left and press subscribe. Easy.